Hello everyone. How are you guys doing? I've been looking forward to doing this call with you for, well, pretty much ever since I found out about this new amazing PayPal version, PayPal equivalent. It's just really, for the past 6 months or so, it's just been putting all these individual pieces together to make this whole system a lot easier. And I didn't feel right putting out something that was half finished, and it really just took a whole lot of searching to figure out what I'm going to share with you guys tonight. So let me go ahead and share my screen. First of all, can everyone hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let me pop out the Q&A thing here. Okay, yes. Hey Mary, hey Douglas, how you doing? I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. Julian, Todd, Carrie. I'm assuming Carrie, you're there as well. Hey John, Nancy, Chuck. It's so great to have all you guys here. This is like all my masterclass people are here. Hi Caleb. Actually, Caleb, I got a surprise for you. There's a post of yours that is featured in this presentation, and actually fairly soon as well. And because so many of you are either in the masterclass or follow this or we're working on this business religiously, we've got, I think it's the third slide, and you actually might even see your face on the call. So I am. Oh, hi Carrie. How you doing? So I'm recording all of this, so you guys can, don't feel too pressured to take notes. What I want to share with you today is mostly just wow factor, really, really cool stuff. I'm going to be putting a lot more detailed instructions actually into the course. But tonight is just about, I want to give you the same experience that I got when I first discovered this and kind of show you how exciting this is going to be going forward. So, presentation should take about an hour or so, and I'm going to take lots and lots of different breaks to do demos and show how things work. Hi, Nam. How you doing? How's the capital? It's pretty good. It's nice and warm here finally in Ottawa. So, we're going to do lots of demos. There's going to be lots of interaction, lots of time for questions, and it's going to be a really fun call. So, Nicola is saying, was able to hear you, now having trouble. Try logging off and logging back on again, and that will more than likely fix the issue. If it's not an issue with my internet. If you're the only person who's having an issue, then hopefully logging off and logging back on will fix it. Oh, no problem, Angela. Sound is good, Kate? Okay, perfect. That's good. My internet's been really, really buggy. The past, about a month or so. I've been promising Roxanne that we're going to switch over to Bell because they've just got much better service and our internet keeps dropping. So knock on wood, hopefully everything will work. But if we do drop a connection or there are any issues like that, hold on, stay on the call. I'll hop back on. I'll find another way on. We will finish the call because there's just a ton of really great stuff. So no time like the present. I'm going to go, if you guys have been on my presentations before, I'm going to go full screen. And I'm just going to kind of introduce the different parts of this, and then we're going to break and do the demo. So I was working on this presentation early this morning. I was inspired by Apple. I actually went out and looked for Apple's presentation format. Like, they've got a certain format that they do to reveal big new announcements. So I wanted to do that in this announcement in the same line that Apple does there. So anyway, welcome to the call. What we're going to be talking about today, the perfect payment system. I am so excited to share this with you. This is going to be a game changer, and it's such a cheesy thing to say. I hate saying that, but there really is no better way to describe it, because one of the biggest issues that people are having so far are setting up the payment processor, and this is going to get rid of that completely, and it's going to up your conversions as well. And I'll explain why when we get to that part in a second. We're going to talk a little bit about pre-launch testing, and this is something new that you can start doing with this payment system, where you don't have to create your newsletter. You don't have to create any content first. What you can do is create the payment button and then put it out there in the world. Do your marketing, right? Get people interested in it. And then if someone purchases it, what it does is it validates their card. It doesn't charge them, but then hey, somebody's willing to pay for my stuff. This idea has legs, and you can move forward with it, and then you can charge their card. And then you can create the newsletter as well. You don't have to do the work unless you get someone to pay you first. So saving you guys a lot of time with that as well. Okay, so then the simple selection system. This is how to find topics how to figure out if your topic is going to be one that has a high chance of succeeding or not. Up until this point, it's mostly been if you're in the masterclass, you and I hop on the phone together and we brainstorm and we figure out if this is going to be a good business model based on the experience that I have, the interests that you have. And there wasn't really any solid outline as to what would constitute a good quality topic. So we put one together, and it's going to make choosing your topic and figuring out if it's a good one or not a lot easier. It's got to meet 7 criteria, and if it meets the 7 criteria, then you're aces. You're good to go. And then, okay, I can't wait to get to this one. Our brand new community. A few of you already know about this. You guys have already gotten the invites last week, but about a month or so ago, I asked in the Facebook group if you guys like the Facebook group or if you preferred a forum. And the overwhelming majority of you said you'd much prefer a forum. And, well, I will wait to show you. It's really, really cool. I can't wait to bring everyone over into this brand new community, this new home that we have. Okay. So then the next thing I want to talk about is automation galore. I found a brand new autoresponder, and it's cheaper than GetResponse. It's cheaper than Aweber. It's better than both of them, and it ties in with this passive print system and all the tools that we're going to be using perfectly. And it is literally the best tool that I have ever used in online marketing. And in my entire history of doing this, I've never found an autoresponder at any price. That could be $1,000 a month is still not as good as this tool that is $9 a month. All right. And then this one I just discovered last week. And this has been an ongoing problem for a lot of people. You know, going out and signing up for Leadpage is $37 a month. That's money that could be spent towards advertising, or maybe times are a little bit tight and you don't have the $37. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And I found something to help you solve that problem. Normally, when you're going to go and pay for hosting, you have to pay $10, $20, $30, $40, $100 a month, depending on the quality of the hosting that you get. I found a way for you guys to get free WordPress sites on the fastest, most reliable servers in the world. And you can set it up in less than 15 minutes, and I'm going to show you on the call. And then finally, how to connect all this stuff together. No more tying PayPal buttons together. No more doing any complicated code or copy and paste or any of that stuff. This is the fastest, simplest setup you will ever see. I am so proud of these updates and these changes that we've implemented to the system. And, none of this would have been possible without you guys. So, a huge thanks. And so the passive print system is now being used by over 4,000 people to build their online business. And this is just a few of the faces behind these businesses. And, there's a lot of people on the call tonight that I'm sure you recognize your face on this wall right now. And I just want to say thank you very, very much. The Passive Print community has made us one of the most enduring product lines in this market space. When people come out and launch new stuff every single month, it's really hard to stay fresh and relevant and have the type of product that people want to support and continue using on an ongoing basis. And because of you, we've been able to do that for about 3 years now, and we have no plans on quitting anytime in the near future. We have new people joining us every week, and we couldn't have done this without you. So I want to highlight a couple of people here. Brandon Bland, I'm not sure if you're on the call, but Brandon, he's got his first sale last month. He had a newsletter or a subscription base with 150 people on it, and he was putting together a jazz newsletter, sent an email out, and he got subscribers. We had Linda Spector, who got her first subscription last October. A little bit dated there, but I just wanted to share with you that people are still doing this and people are succeeding with this. And Caleb, my man, this is what I was telling you. You're featured on this call. I did it, guys. I got my first paying subscriber. Congratulations. It's Yoga for Beginners, and using Bing Ads. And then Donna, I don't know if Donna's on the call. I'd be surprised if she wasn't. Donna's a real keener with this stuff, and she was putting together an annual subscriptions and sold that. And then one really big highlight, you guys probably know him from the testimonials, but I want to give a big round of applause to Ricardo Antonio, who just passed $10,000 per month last month with his passive print business. And I'm just blown away. I am so incredibly happy for you. You can see there, we just broke $10,000 a month recurring last month. Especially my wife is really happy. So again, thank you so much for showing me the way of the recurring. This is a really, really awesome business model. I know you guys know this, but it helps to reinforce it and to see that other people are doing well with this and to know that it is absolutely doable if you put the effort in. Just take a drink of water there. All right, so a quick little recap, because I know that just a one-page recap. I promise, guys, this whole call is just going to be about the updates. But for those people who might have purchased yesterday and are just on the call right now, this is the first time they've ever heard of this. All these emails were only sent out to Passive Print people. That's why this is only one slide. But just as a quick recap, it is the world's most simple business system. What you do is you create a small newsletter that's got lots of value. And that would be a newsletter in a specific market or a topic. It could be golf, it could be scuba diving, it could be yoga, it could be business. It doesn't matter as long as it's something that has high value. And then people pay you monthly to subscribe. And then they don't cancel because of the high value. And then they forget about the payments because they're small. So what happens is your income keeps going up and up and up, and your customers stay happy. This is proven by major corporations like Netflix, Spotify, NextIssue. All these companies are using the exact same business model. And they just have different types of content, but it is a proven, very successful business model, and it works extremely well to build a stable income online. So that's the Passive Print system in a nutshell. And now, the drum roll. The perfect payment system. Guys, I found this out probably about a week and a half ago. And I jumped on it right away. That's why I'm doing this call right now, to let you guys know. I've been in contact with the people that are running this website. They're thrilled that the Passive Print system exists, that there are so many people creating different newsletters in different topics. And in fact, they're even looking for example newsletters. So if you want to feature, they want to feature your newsletters in their payment system. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll tell you how to do that later, okay? So here's why this is the best payment system in the world. Well, first let me explain why this is such a big deal. Up until now, pretty much since the beginning of the Passive Print system came out, we've all been relying on PayPal. Up until maybe about 6 months or so ago, Stripe became an option. People started using Stripe. There were big problems with each one of those systems. Now, PayPal... The big issue with PayPal is that if you're in a market that isn't technologically savvy, if you're in a market where the people may not have a PayPal account, the big downside to having a PayPal account, just a standard PayPal account, and getting people to try and subscribe to something is that they have to create a PayPal account first, which is a giant hurdle for somebody who is perhaps not technologically inclined in the first place, because they don't have a PayPal account to begin with. Everybody I know has a PayPal account, but there are still certain markets out there where this is a very foreign concept to them. And having that roadblock in the way, having that obstacle in the way before they give you money is affecting your conversions. So that's one of the really big issues. The second big issue is that it is difficult to set up PayPal systems. It is difficult to copy buttons and move things over and make sure people are added to the right autoresponder. It's a technological hurdle that a lot of people have been running into. And that brings me over to Stripe. Stripe solves the need to have an account problem, because you don't need to have an account with Stripe in order to pay with Stripe, in order to pay with your credit card. You just put the credit card number in. But the problem with Stripe is that it is very, very difficult to set up. It requires almost an engineering degree, a programming degree to be able to understand how to set this type of thing up. It's a phenomenal platform. It is probably the ideal one if you are able to set it up and you understand the technology behind it. If you do not, though, it can bog you down. It can prevent you from moving forward with your newsletter. And I don't want you guys focusing on the technical aspect of this. I want you focusing on the sales aspect of this, getting the copy right. I want you focusing on the traffic aspect of this, hustling and getting your newsletter out in front of people. So the more time that you spend getting caught up in the technical stuff, it saps your energy. It takes that motivation away from actually going and getting this out there. So I needed to find something that was going to be able to solve these problems, that you could easily link to. Basically, it would give you a button just like PayPal. It would allow you to take credit card payments. It would allow you to handle VAT payments, VAT taxes for the European Union, which is something that just came out this year. It was another big hurdle that PayPal and Stripe weren't really addressing head on. So it was something else that you would have to be concerned with. Now you don't have to worry about that anymore. So up until now, there have been all these really not so nice aspects of putting this together. There've been holes in the business, and yeah, they can be plugged, but it was sloppy. And you guys know how much I polish this stuff and how important perfection is to me. Okay, so I kept searching and I kept trying to find something that would fit all the criteria for all the things that we needed. And I've literally been searching for the past 6 months or so since the last version was released, and I've tried probably about a dozen or so different payment platforms, from Zaxa all the way up to ClickFunnels, to pretty much everything in between, paid and free. And nothing comes close to this. So you can accept credit card payments from anyone, anywhere in the world. It gets paid directly into your PayPal account. So you can accept payments if you live anywhere in the world. If you live in Mexico, if you live in the Northwest Territories, if you live in the middle of the jungle, if you can get a PayPal account, which you can get, anybody can get a PayPal account, then you can take credit card payments from anyone in the world. Now, the other big thing was that a lot of these payment processors charged an upfront fee, and I didn't want to do that because I want you guys to focus your resources on either traffic or basically making your life easier. Leverage what you can. And I wanted this to be a free resource, and that's what this is. No upfront fees. They only take 5% plus 25 cents per transaction. Handles all the VAT taxes. It is extremely user-friendly, and it has built-in Facebook conversion tracking. So you take that pixel from Facebook, you put it in here, it works flawlessly, and it is designed specifically for paid newsletters. The other really cool thing about this is the pre-launch testing. You can create a test product before your actual newsletter. So if you want to go into a new market and you're not sure if that's a good idea or not, and you don't want to go and create a whole bunch of content and have all that set aside before you launch, what you can do is test the waters, do a trial launch or a test launch, and then if somebody purchases, it validates their card, it doesn't charge it, you create the content, send it out, and then you get paid after you've created the content and sent it out. So it's really, really great for getting up and running fast. Accept credit cards to validate your idea, but don't charge them. Once your idea is proven, go live. It'll save you hours and hours and hours of time creating something that, well, you're basically proving to yourself that the idea works before you have to do any effort. So it's a really great system. And this thing, this brand new tool, is called Gumroad. Crazy name, www.gumroad.com. Not a big fan, right? But oh my God, this is the best software for payment processing I have ever seen. It's way more user-friendly than PayPal. It's way easier to set up than Stripe. And I'd love to show you guys how this works. So let's go. First of all, let me open up the questions here. Pop this open. All right, so let's do a little bit of a Gumroad demo here. And I've actually only used this twice. And the only reason I wanted to use it before doing the call was because I wanted to make sure there weren't any glitches. But I wanted to go into this with as clean a slate, as little experience as possible doing this live call, just to show you how incredibly easy this is to do. It's like 4 or 5 steps. So just take a drink of water here, and then we're going to create a brand new product. So I've been thinking about doing a newsletter in the survival space. So not like prepping or anything like that, but wilderness survival, bushcraft is what it's called. So learning how to survive in the forest. It's something I'm interested in. I used to teach wilderness survival, and I thought it'd be a cool idea. So let's go over to Gumroad, and let's create a brand new survival newsletter, bushcraft newsletter. Let's see here. I'm just going to quickly take a look at these questions. Actually, you know what? No. Because I don't want to bounce back and forth too much. I'm going to create the product. I'm going to go through this first, and then we'll pause after that for a second and do some questions. So it's free to sign up. It's, you can connect it with your Facebook, your Google account. And when you first sign in, it'll give you a bit of a tour, but then it's going to ask you to create a product. And you see this big button here? Watch, this will take no time at all. You blink and you might miss this. Click add a product. I'm going to click digital product. I'm going to click subscription. I'm going to click subscription. I'm going to name my product. Let's call this the Survival Experts Monthly. Okay, it's going to be $4.99 per month. I'm going to click customize. Let's go find a cover here. This could be any cover. It doesn't have to be. I'll just grab this one. It says test 1. Okay, so it's uploading the image. Do you like my picture? I just typed test into Google and that's what came up. And you put your description here. This is a really great newsletter. You should sign up because if you get lost in the forest, this will help you not get eaten by a bear. Pretty compelling reason, right? So save changes, publish. And We'll click on preview. So it's already done. It's up and running. It's ready to sell, but we can actually play around with this a little bit. So let's see, background. Maybe I want to change the background to black, or maybe I want to, let's see, let's go back to that gray. That gray was kind of cool. And I can change the color of the button here. Let's go nice, maybe a green color, and we're going to make it foresty. There. Click update. And that's pretty much it. Now your product's ready for sale. See, I'll open it up in Firefox. So another browser, one I'm not logged in on. And that's it. Your product, people can buy your product, they can share it, they can tweet it. It's $4.99 a month. Click on subscribe. They enter their email address. So adam@adamnolan.com, password Adam Nolan, and then they put their card number in, and then pay and subscribe. And that's literally as complicated as it is to set up these products. I was blown away at how easy that is. Like, compared to PayPal, compared to ClickBank, compared to Stripe, this is phenomenal. So, one more thing with this. Oh, wow. That wasn't even intentional. The whole Apple one more thing, Steve Jobs. For any Apple fans out there, I hope you got that reference. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to jump back into Gumroad here. So they've got this other cool feature. Go into products. You can see here the product is created, Survival Experts Monthly. It'll show you the number of views, the number of subscribers that you have, and if you're charging $5 a month, the number of subscribers tells you how much money you're making every month. They've got analytics, which, I don't have any sales really. I did a test sale yesterday, but audience, so it'll give you details on your audience, and then customers. And this is where this is so cool. I can't wait to show you this. Okay, so I already created something called a workflow. You know what? I'll delete it. I'll start over. Deleting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is so slick. So you've created your product. You can go and post that link anywhere. People can go and buy it. And it's ready to sell right now. The money will get deposited in your account. You're good to go. But of course, you need to deliver your newsletter, right? Check this out. New workflow. Name of workflow. Survival Newsletter. For customers of Survival Experts Monthly. Survival Experts Monthly. Edit. After time of purchase, email. Add email. So 0 hours. Create a new email going out saying, thank you for your purchase. Thank you for buying my newsletter. Here is your copy. See attached. Add file. And let's see, newsletter.pdf. And then click publish. And then add email. Let's see, we're going to have this one go out 1 month after, because our monthly newsletter, right? So newsletter number 2. Thanks again. You're awesome. Add a file. Publish. Now that goes out on for your first month. So and now everything's automatically all set up. People can purchase your newsletter. It automatically gets sent out. The issue 1 gets sent out. All the subsequent issues every month get sent out. If they cancel, they don't get any more issues. That's it. The whole payment thing is done. It's all been integrated. How cool is that? You can customize everything. If you're into advanced coding, editing the CSS, you could do that kind of stuff with this. You can edit the CSS. Caleb says, does it have a trial period feature? I might have missed it. Actually, I don't think it does, but the whole screen's filling with, that's so cool. Very low tech. Yeah. Okay, so what else? The other thing it does. I'm still learning this. This is probably my 4th time through it. Options. Custom domain name. So gum.com/survival newsletter. And then offers, give discounts to your customers by creating an offer and sharing its URL with them. So you could create a special discount link, say a 24-hour fire sale just for my subscribers, and then give them that link, and then they get a discount. So you've got reasons to give sales. You can also have different types of the products, or different versions, or different sizes, or a Mac or a PC, or whatever it is that you want to do to customize. Let's see. Okay. So let's whip through some questions here about this, because I see a lot coming in. Somebody was asking about PayPal fees. So with this, they pay you out through PayPal. They handle all the PayPal fees, so it's just the 5%. So you don't pay the 5% plus the 2.9 as PayPal. Rock is saying, if you like Gumroad, see ribbon.co 2.9 plus 30 cents and same easy setup. I will definitely check that out. I'm always looking for new tools and better and easier ways to do this. So let me just put that in my notes here. Thank you very much. All right, so let's take a look at some of these questions here. Nice reference to Steve Jobs. Glad you like it, Mike. Let's see, very cool. If you like Gumroad, okay, very cool, low tech. Well, let's deliver a large digital course like videos or a PDF. No, but what you can do is save the file on Dropbox or save the folder on Dropbox and then just give them the link to the Dropbox folder. So every month it would be, click here to get your latest package or whatever it is that you're giving. Douglas saying, are you able to use Improvely or tracking software for traffic on Gumroad with your new product to track conversions? You can put a Facebook conversion pixel in there, and if they have room for a Facebook conversion pixel, I would assume that you'd be able to put an Improvely conversion pixel in there since it's technically the same thing. But I don't know for sure. This is my third time going through this. But I'd be surprised since they've clearly thought of the tracking thing ahead of time. Angela is saying, do you put your PayPal account into it when you create your account? Yes, you do. Do you get a list of your buyer emails for adding to your autoresponder for mailings? Absolutely. And in fact, you can actually update your audience from here. So you can send out broadcasts and notifications from here. But this Gumroad ties in perfectly with the tool that I'm going to share with you later on. And all three of the tools that I'm going to talk about today work together in a perfect relationship to build this business. So, yeah, it's just really, really great stuff. Let's see. Nancy's saying this is a great feature. I wanted to do that in PayPal, but not able to do it. How do you transfer funds to PayPal? And why not use PayPal straight up? They transfer funds to your PayPal account every 2 weeks, and the reason you don't use PayPal straight up is because if you're selling a subscription product and the person that is interested in buying doesn't have a PayPal account, they have to sign up for a PayPal account first, and that puts a huge barrier in between them giving you, them seeing your newsletter and actually giving you cash. They're giving you money. Mary says, so no matter when each customer signs up to get the newsletter schedule, it automatically tags and starts the newsletter and times accordingly. 30s. Yep, you got it. No need to customize for each customer. That's correct. Do you prefer attaching PDF newsletters such as you demoed or posting a PDF to Dropbox and including link? Usually I provide a link. Like I'll just put the link in there and say, click here to download. But this is so easy just to drag and drop it in there that I don't see it being an issue. Occasionally you hear about people having issues attaching PDFs, basically don't attach a giant PDF. Keep it under 20 megabytes and you'll be fine. Anything over 20 megabytes and you start running into issues where it might not go through. Jim's saying, do they have a feature to be able to refund customers if needed? I would certainly hope so. I haven't looked that far into it, but I would be very surprised if they didn't. Actually, let me take a look here, because I actually I purchased my product yesterday. Let's see, all customers. Yep, there you go. Refund. The whole user interface here is so friendly. It's so easy to find stuff. They've really put a lot of thought into this. David's saying yes. Yeah, David, there will be a replay. Let's see. How do you do the pre-launch test? I missed that. Okay, so that part I will show you right now because that's actually right in the same section here. So the pre-launch part, you go products, you click add a product, you click digital product, click pre-order, name of product. This is my test product, $4.99. Customize. So this pick the release date. So it defaults to 1 month from now. Click add, and it's the exact same process. So upload your cover photo. Let's see here. I got this one, survival picture. This is my survival guide. Save changes, publish, and that's it. And now we've created a test product, and if you wanted to go and create a little bit of copy, all you do is put this behind that copy, send it out to different crowds or markets that might be interested in it, see if you got a winner, see if somebody's interested in signing up to your newsletter, and when they are, then you create it. It's and you know, the same editing options and all that great stuff. Really, really simple, beautiful system. I'm beyond impressed. The only other tool that I've found that is on par with this is actually something that I'm going to be sharing with you in, well, hopefully in about 15 minutes or so. But okay, so that's amazingly cool thing number one that I wanted to share with you tonight. So how's the wow factor going so far? I mean, this compared to PayPal, come on, guys, this is amazing. This is like groundbreaking stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big geek. I love this kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go full screen. Let me minimize the questions here so I can actually see what's going on. Oh no, I don't want to end the webinar. No, I definitely don't want to do that. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm trying to make it so the world doesn't stop right now. Leave or end webinar. Okay, cancel. No, I don't want to cancel the webinar. Good. All right. That would have been really bad. So we've done our demo. So, okay, here's the third thing I want to talk about. Thing number one was Gumroad. Thing number two was the testing the product before you launch it. Thing number three, the biggest issue that a lot of people have had has been with traffic. And that is because sometimes it is just too damn expensive to advertise on Facebook. And that is a real hurdle for a lot of people. And without other options for traffic sources, without other ideas to brainstorm, aside from, you know, just you and I chatting back and forth for the masterclass members or tossing ideas out there, there hasn't been a real definitive resource that you could go to find different ideas for traffic, whether that be interstitial ads or Facebook ads or hoofing it to the local yoga club to put a poster up on the wall. I wanted to put together a resource to give you different options for traffic, and it's called the Traffic Vault, and it's specifically to help you get more traffic to your newsletter. So I'm putting together a list of as many different proven traffic sources and sales techniques that I personally have tested and used, and I'm going to put them together in a vault on the site or in the new community that I'm building, that has been built, and we're going to keep it in there and keep adding to it the more great useful tools that we find. And it's meant to be an always updated resource so that if you need traffic, you know where to go for ideas and you can try different things out, test them, track them, because not all newsletters and not all traffic sources are created equal. All right. Update number 4. That's a big one. This is a really big one. This is something that I've been working on with our designer, Simon, for the past month or so. And it's been an idea that I've had for the past year. And I just needed the extra little push from you guys, the validation that, yeah, something like this is needed in order to do it. Well, about a month and a half ago, I asked you guys in the Facebook group, what do you think about the Facebook group? You know, what do you think of Facebook in general? Would you prefer to have this on a forum, or are you happy to stay here? Are you happy where you are? And something like 95% of you said, yes, please, a forum. For many different reasons. It's hard to keep track of resources in the Facebook group. Everything gets pushed down to the bottom. It's hard to keep an ongoing conversation because so many different things get posted on top. It is, we don't own the information in it, the content. Facebook owns that. Facebook can take this away from us at any time. It's not ours. We're renting a place inside Facebook's house. It was time we became owners. So I went out and I did a whole bunch of research, and I found an amazing, amazing forum platform, a tool, and built this for you guys from the ground up. So you spoke, we listened, we have a brand new home. And it is so cool. This is the most advanced, most slick, most user-friendly forum, community platform that you will ever see. It's completely different than anything out there, completely different than the Warrior Forum, completely different than Digital Point, than Black Hat World, than any forum that you've ever been on. I guarantee you've never seen this. It's got stuff like real-time, live, dynamic notifications. So if somebody sends you a message, you don't have to refresh your screen. It just it shows you, just like Facebook. It updates just in real time in Facebook. You get a notification. It's built from the ground up with mobile in mind. So that means it looks incredible on your iPhone. It looks incredible on your iPad. It looks incredible on your computer, no matter where you are. the updates appear in real time. So if you're looking at it on your phone and you see a little ping, you got a notification. It will show you without having to refresh the page. You can tag people just like in Facebook. You can PM people just like in Facebook. You can bookmark items for later review just like in a traditional forum. It's friendlier to use. It's easier to use. It is by far the most advanced marketing forum on this planet. And it has all the benefits of Facebook, all the benefits of the forum without all of the downsides. It doesn't have any downsides to this. And I'm very, very excited to share this with you today. We did a soft launch last week. We invited a few people in. We're opening it up to the public this week. And I'm so happy to share with you the brand new MarketerChat.com forum. And underneath that, our own private Passive Print members forum that nobody else has access to. It's just us. So I wanted to do a quick little demo of some of the amazing features. While I'm doing this demo, head on over to this site right now, MarketerChat.com, because I'm going to need your interaction in this demo. I want to show you the real-time updates while I'm on the call. I want to show you how they work. So I need your interaction. Head on over to MarketerChat.com right now. Sign up. You can play around with it later, but let's go ahead and we'll do this demo. And I want to show you this amazing tool that we've built, this community that is going to bring us all together and help us with our newsletters. So let's head on over there right now. I'll close Firefox and we'll go to www.marketerchat.com. Hello, hello. Well, obviously this is a little bit of a break in the presentation. This isn't the same presentation that everyone saw the first time around. The reason why is because we had some technical difficulties when we did this live and the site wouldn't load. So now that everything is up and running and working just fine, I really wanted to get in there and show you a demo of this and how cool this new community is that we've built and give you a bit of a tour. This is by far the most advanced marketing forum on the web right now. There are more features and more user-friendly bells and whistles on this forum than anything else that's out there. In fact, there are very few forums that use this same software because it's a real pain to work with on the back end from an administrative perspective. But the end result is that you guys get something that is absolutely beautiful to be in and something that you'll really want to spend a lot of time in and contribute with. So that was the goal of this, is to build a really great community around the Passive Print system and the marketing community as a whole. So let's jump on in to the Passive Print members section. And if you're headed over to Marketer Chat right now and you're signing up and you don't see the Passive Print members section, let me know. Send me a private message in Marketer Chat and I'm going to add you in there. And I'll show you how to send a private message in a second. So here is the Passive Print members category. And this is a private area. The general public can't see this. And let me go ahead and pick one of the larger posts that we've got in here. We've got I think about 37 replies. And we'll go through here and I'll show you some of the really neat features. So first thing you'll probably notice is that we don't have any pages. There are no page numbers. So it's not like 50 posts to a page or 20 posts to a page. It's one long continuous conversation and you can jump back and forth between different parts or the top or the bottom or whatever post number that you want to go to. It makes it much easier to follow the natural flow of the conversation. Now, if you wanted to reply to somebody, say you're reading through this, you really like the conversation, and I really like what Jared wrote right here. So what I'm going to do is select what Jared wrote, like that, and a little thing's going to pop up, and I'm going to click Quote Reply, and that's going to save that down in the bottom for me. And then I'm going to keep reading, and maybe I want to reply to this person right here. So I'm going to select this and click Quote Reply, and it'll add it down at the bottom. And you can see there's a live preview of what's happening at the side as well. So maybe I want to make a comment on here. I can add comment number 1 here. It posts it right under there. And then add comment number 2 here. Now maybe after I've done commenting on these, I want to share a really cool photo that I found. Maybe it's relevant to these posts. Well, with most forums, you'd have to go upload the forum to the website, or you'd have to find somewhere to host the forum. It was really kind of a pain to do. You'd have to go through a lot of different steps in order to share your image, right? Nobody wants to go through all those headaches. They just want to get the photo up there. And that's why we thought of this. Check this out. You just drag the image over and it automatically appears on the forum. Now, how cool is that? You don't have to do any uploading. You don't have to do any complicated linking or anything like that. You just drag it over and it automatically drops in there. Now here's something else that's really cool. Maybe you wanted to share your YouTube video. You wanted to show everyone your brand new sales video that you made. Well, what you do is you go over to YouTube, you grab your YouTube URL, and you paste that in there, just like the image. And you've got your video placeholder right there, and it's the exact same video that we've got right here. Pretty incredible stuff, huh? And then you just press reply. And this plays live in the forum right now. Now, I've actually got a demo video already set up. You see, are you sure you want to abandon your post? Yes, abandon, no, keep. You can actually minimize it too. So let me just go minimize that. And we'll go look at the video in another part of the forum as well. I'll go to the off-topic section. And let's see, test topic, passive print webinar. Here's the video placeholder. The video plays directly in the forum. You can go full screen. You can go out of full screen. It all stays on marketerchat.com. Same thing with the images. And here's another really neat feature. It's a tag. So I'm going to go and pull that post up again. And maybe I want to reply to somebody. I want to tag somebody else in the forum to see. Maybe I want to tag my designer, Simon. So I would click @ and then type S. Well, you see I typed @ and then it starts pulling up all the people that have contributed to this conversation. So I'm going to type @S. And it's @Simon Clavey. He's the first one right there. He's our designer. And it's going to tag @Simon. And then when I post this, he's going to get a notification. It's going to be a little green bubble just up on the top here, letting him know that someone sent him a message or tagged him in something. And this is where all your notifications will be. This is kind of like your Facebook notification feed, your news feed area here. It's going to have all your private messages. It's going to have your likes, the posts that people have liked that are yours, the replies, everything that's going on that is related to you and Marketer Chat is going to be listed under here. Now, the final thing that you need to know after you sign up for this is how to send me a PM, private message, so I can add you to the Passive Print Members group. And to do that, you hover over this little magnifying glass, you click on it, and you type Adam. And it's going to pull up all the references to Adam. You can see, show more. And it's going to pull up all the references in the forum. So this is really, really great for searching. If you're trying to find something, it's also really great for finding people. So here I am, Adam Nolan. So pull that up, and right where this logo button is, there's going to be a private message button. Click on the private message button, send me a message, let me know you want to be added to the Passive Print Members group, and I'll add you in. So that's just a real quick rundown of our forum. We are still in beta right now. It means we're not officially launched, but go in there, play with it, have fun with it, because it's an incredible tool, and it's going to make it a lot easier to communicate with each other in the passive print community, as well as other marketers in the greater community of things, the world community of marketers. So enjoy the site, play around with it. I built it for you guys, so if you have feedback, if you have any suggestions on how to improve it, if you have any ideas, anything you'd like to see in the future, we're very responsive. Let us know, okay? We're here to help out. So that is marketerchat.com. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was the simple selection system. This is a 7-point checklist that allows you to, it's basically a shortcut that's going to help you figure out whether your newsletter topic is good or not. So if you can answer yes to every single one of these things, your newsletter idea is a solid one and you should move forward with it. So number 1, does your newsletter solve a problem or enhance somebody's passion? I.e., are there real world tangible benefits? Whatever it is you're teaching, will it help somebody in their daily activities? Is it something that they will recognize as helping them on an ongoing basis? Does it have a real world benefit to them? So that's number 1. You have to be able to say yes to that. Number 2, does your newsletter solve a specific high motivation issue? That means, is it something that is going to be important enough for somebody to want to subscribe to it? There might not be enough motivation behind a newsletter that teaches you how to, I don't know, I can't think of an example right now, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. It's got to be something that is important to the person. It's got to be something that is going to make them want to move, to act on whatever it is that your newsletter is talking about. Number 3, if only 1% of your ideal market purchased your product, would it hit your financial goals? In a nutshell, what that question is asking is your audience big enough? If you only were selling to 1% of your market, would you be able to cover your expenses? Would you hit your financial goals? $10,000, would that would the 1% give you your $10,000 per month or whatever it is that you want per month? Because you need to know that your market is big enough that you can expand into different areas. So it's really important that you've got a nice large market. So yes, you got to make sure your answer is yes to that. Number 4, is your information evergreen? Is it going to be the exact same next year as it is this year, next month as it is this month? You've got to make sure that everything that you put in your newsletter is going to be the same no matter when somebody signs up. If you can set it up like that, you don't have to worry about always finding new content. Are there other things that you can recommend to your subscribers? Physical products, digital products, Amazon stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. The only thing that you need to know is whether there are other things in that market that these people are buying, because it's an indicator that people are spending money. Are there communities surrounding your newsletter topic? If there are communities, that means there are generally people that have issues that need answers. People form communities based on interest and problem solving. So if there is a community around your topic, then it's probably a good topic. And then finally, other experts in your community. If there are other experts, that means that people have already done this. People have already paved the road and proven that this market is a profitable one. So if you can answer yes to all of those, your newsletter has a very, very high chance of success. So update number 6. Free, quote, 7-click WordPress hosting. I don't know if it's exactly 7-click, but it's very, very few clicks. And this is actually something that I discovered last week, and it is a perfect solution for somebody who doesn't want to pay the $37 per month for lead pages. And it is a great tool called Bitnami. And Bitnami is a tool that plugs into your Amazon account. So what your Amazon hosting account. So we all know about the Amazon store. You go to Amazon.com, you buy stuff, it gets shipped to you. It's great, I love it. But Amazon also offers marketing and business services that not a lot of people are aware of. And it's called Amazon Web Services, AWS. And when you sign up for an Amazon Web Services account and you decide that you wanted to create a server, or so, you wanted to create a website on Amazon Web Services, the first website that you create is free for a year. So you don't have to pay anything. They'll take care of it, and that's it. That's it. It's great. It's fantastic. It's the fastest servers in the world hosting your website, and it's perfect for those people who don't want to pay monthly services. So what you do is you connect Bitnami with Amazon. You just copy and paste. There's a secret key, and you copy that from Amazon. You paste it into Bitnami, and then you go into bitnami.com, and you can set up WordPress in about 10 minutes on the fastest, most stable servers in the world. It's free for 1 year, and it allows you to use any theme or templates or anything that you would use on any WordPress site. So now I'm going to do a demo with that, and hopefully this demo works too. All right, let's see here. Is this going to let me log in now? We'll see. We'll see. All right. In the meantime, let's go over to bitnami.com. So here is Bitnami, and it's a one-click installation to pretty much anything. Forums, WordPress, Drupal, different chat systems, basically any kind of application that you want to install, these guys can do it, and they do it with about, like half a dozen clicks. So here's what you do. I'm only going to create a demo server right now, but you click Create Server. You click Launch, well, you would click Launch Regular Server, but I'm just going to do the demo one because it's a little bit quicker. And the only difference is that this one is going to be deleted in an hour, and a permanent server won't be deleted in an hour. So we're going to call this, all right, new server is fine. And add an application, type in WordPress. And I would recommend picking WordPress multi-site because it allows you to host more than one WordPress site then. If you pick WordPress, then you get one site. WordPress multi-site, you get many different sites. So I'm just going to select that, and I'm going to click Launch 1 hour demo. Please note that this server will be deleted in 1 hour. You should add your cloud credentials to launch persistent servers. You have 8 out of 10 demo servers left. Launch 1 hour demo, and that's it. So now what will happen in the background is it's going in, it's building the server, it's setting everything up, it's installing WordPress, and when this is done, it's going to let us log into WordPress and set up our themes and set up anything that we want. And that's as complicated as that was. Pretty incredible, huh? Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. But the show must go on, and we'll wait for Bitnami to build that up in the background, and I want to show you something while that's happening. and it is the world's best autoresponder. So up until now, most of you guys have been using GetResponse, you've been using Aweber, maybe Constant Contact, a whole bunch of different options out there, and none of them are really ideal. GetResponse has gone downhill fairly quickly over the past little while, and it's had a lot of issues with deliverability, with billing issues, that kind of thing. And because of that, I've moved my business mostly over to ActiveCampaign. Now, feel free to still use GetResponse. It still delivers emails. Lots of people are still using it. It's still probably the most popular entry-level autoresponder out there. But if you are looking for something new, if you're looking for something a little bit more powerful, ActiveCampaign is excellent. It's an excellent autoresponder. First of all, it's less expensive than GetResponse and Aweber. It's easier to use. It's contact-based, not list-based. So what that means is that in GetResponse, if somebody signs up and they're added to your leads list, and then they purchase and they're added to your buyers list, and they stay on the leads list, well, you've got them on your leads list, you've got them on your buyers list, GetResponse and many other autoresponders count that as 2 contacts. 2 people, even though it's the same person and the same email address. The simple fact that they're on 2 different lists means that they're going to bill you twice. Not cool. ActiveCampaign doesn't do that. They're contact-based. So your contact can be on 20 different lists. It doesn't matter. It's still one contact. They've got a beautiful drag and drop email builder. It's so simple to build your newsletters. If you wanted to build them inside ActiveCampaign, you can do that, and it's a hell of a lot easier than doing it in GetResponse. The layout, the system, the whole thing with this is very polished to the same level that Gumroad is. Emails, you can have emails sent based on customer action. So if you have a person who goes to a certain page in your newsletter, or perhaps they go to your they're on your leads list and they go to the shopping cart on your newsletter, but they don't purchase. They just abandon. Well, what you can do, you can have ActiveCampaign know when somebody lands on that page, and you can send them out a special coupon or a special discount and say, hey, by the way, I noticed you went to the shopping cart page and you decided not to purchase. I wanted to give you a 10% discount just to let you know we really appreciate your business. And then you can have that automatically sent out with ActiveCampaign. You can have the coupons created in Gumroad. All this stuff ties together perfectly. Email content can be customized based on purchase history. They have contact scoring based on actions. So if you've got somebody who is opening every single email and viewing everything that you send out, but they haven't purchased yet, you can have them tagged as a red hot prospect. So you know ahead of time that these are your ideal customers. These are the people that are most likely to buy. The amount of stuff that you can do with this, and considering how easy it is astonishing. You can import contacts from literally anything. You can open up your Outlook inbox and just copy and paste all your contacts in here. They're cool about that stuff because they've got something called tiered delivery. What that means is that if you start out on a system, you have to prove to them that you're a good guy, that you're not going to spam, that you're not going to send out bad emails. And then once you've proven to them that you're a good guy, over time, they start to increase your delivery rate to better and better servers, to the point where it's absolutely incredible. You're getting into everybody's email inbox. It's just mind-boggling the amount of effort and energy and thought that they put into this. This is the autoresponder that I would have built if I was building one. And in fact, this is completely truthful. I had a list that I've been working on for about 1.5 years of all the features that I wanted in my perfect autoresponder, my dream autoresponder. I stopped that list. I stopped creating that. I stopped the wireframe. I stopped all of that when I found ActiveCampaign, because it literally, not an exaggeration, it literally checked off every single tick on that box. I found this and I thought that they made it for me. It has reports on everything from the best times to send your emails to the best days to send it, what browsers people are visiting on, what are your emails being read on a mobile device or on the computer? Are your newsletters being read on a mobile device or a computer? This type of information can help you decide how to format your newsletters, how to make the experience better for your users. What best days to send on are incredible, because it'll actually show you a screenshot, a graph of whether Monday is better than Tuesday, when your open rates are better, when your click-through rates are better. You can schedule your promotions when people are most likely to open your emails. All of this stuff is simple to do. You have complete control over all the data, all the reports. This is an analytics junkie dream autoresponder. I can't gush about this enough. I was saying there's only one tool that was cooler than Gumroad. It's this. It's ActiveCampaign. The contact details are pulled from Facebook. They're pulled from Google, from YouTube, from Twitter. So I showed you that wall of faces earlier. That was a shot from ActiveCampaign of my most active contacts. All I did is went in and grabbed a screenshot of that, and an ActiveCampaign goes and pulls all that information from Facebook profiles and social media, so that when you're emailing your clients or when you're emailing your customers, you see the people you're emailing. It's not faceless. It makes email marketing more. It brings the humanity back into email marketing. I'm emailing Caleb. I'm emailing Mark. I'm emailing Glenn. I'm emailing Susan. I'm not emailing this blank list of people. It makes such a huge difference in the way that you write when you know that you're writing to this person. It's a really big. I know it sounds silly, but it makes a big difference. It's the difference between writing to a friend and writing to a faceless corporation. When you see who you're emailing, you have empathy, you understand who your people are, you can relate to them because they have a face. You care about them more. It's got integrated SMS marketing. It's got extremely high delivery, amazing customer service, like live chat customer service. I've done webinars before where I've opened up the chat, talked with them live on the webinar, and people are blown away by how fast they respond. It is perfect for the passive print system, okay? And I want to do just a quick little demo about that. And the demo that I wanted to do is to set up two lists. I'm going to set up a leads list. I'm going to set up a buyers list. And this is for our newsletter, okay? I'll show you how easy it is. So let me go ahead, load up ActiveCampaign. Their site's nice and fast. Okay, load up ActiveCampaign, and you can see here all the recent activity. These are the people that have clicked through, and I'm sure there are lots of you guys that are on the call right now that have recently clicked through here with all the photos. So what you do is you go over to lists, and scroll down, you click add new list, and we're going to call this Survival Secrets Monthly Buyers. And let's see, HTTP survivalsecretsmonthly.com. I don't know if that's what it is, but you have to fill this information in. Let's see, you are subscribed because you purchased the newsletter. That's terrible writing. I'm just whipping through this really quickly. I would never do that. And I would always make sure that my grammar and spelling is correct in a professional setting. Okay. So where was I here? So that was the survival one. Let me just type that in here because I can't remember exactly what I called it. Survival. Helps you if you spell it. So Survival Secrets Monthly Buyers. I'm going to create one now called Survival Secrets Monthly Leads. Okay, and Secrets Monthly. .com and test. Okay, create list. All right, so now we've got our two lists. Very, very easy to set up. So I'm just going to pull up my notes here because I made a list of the things that I wanted to share with you on ActiveCampaign. Build two lists, create an automation. That was the other thing. The automation behind ActiveCampaign is incredible. Let me go ahead and I'll just start this up and I'll create a new automation for you. So I've got a bunch of them already in here, but let's create a new one here. So we're going to call this Survival Secrets Leads to Buyers. So this is going to move them from the leads list to the buyers list. So whenever anyone subscribes to, let's see, any list, Survival Secrets Monthly Buyers runs once. Okay, so that's when this happens. So contact subscribes to the Survival Secrets Monthly Buyers. What we do is click that. We click on Contacts, unsubscribe from Survival Secrets Monthly Leads. Save, and then end. Where is it? Conditions workflow. End this automation. And click on active, and that's it, and that's saved. Now we're done. That's the whole back end is all set up now. So now whenever anybody subscribes, whether they're when they're a lead, they get added to the leads list. When they are a buyer, they get added to the buyers list. So now we've got everything set up in what's it called? Gumroad. We've got everything set up in ActiveCampaign, and I want to show you in a moment how to connect all this stuff together. Let me see where we are in the presentation. Okay. So one other thing I wanted to touch on really quickly before we just jump into that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump into that right now because we're already there. So I'll show you how to connect ActiveCampaign, Gumroad, and all these other autoresponders. So say if all these other tools. Say if you didn't want to use Gumroad to deliver your newsletter. Say if you wanted to use ActiveCampaign because you wanted to track it, you wanted to use the automation features. You can do that. You can definitely do that. You can still use Gumroad. It's the most simple way to do it is to send your newsletters out with Gumroad. The most advanced, cool way, automated way is to do it with ActiveCampaign, and it is not difficult to do at all. So I'll show you how to do that. Integrate Gumroad and ActiveCampaign. And this is the simple setup system. The benefit of using these tools is that this is a piece of cake to set up. So I'm going to go back into the main area here. I'm going to click on Apps. And I am going to look for Gumroad. Actually, it's right here, your favorite apps. You can click on View All Apps. These are all the things that it integrates with, by the way. As Zapier, Facebook, WordPress, PayPal, Google Analytics, Twitter, everything, Stripe, SurveyMonkey. This ActiveCampaign connects everything with everything else. So I'm going to go and just grab Gumroad right here. Connect with Gumroad. When a new sale is added in Gumroad, add or update the contact in ActiveCampaign. Sounds good to me. So I click on that, and you get a free Zapier account when you sign up for ActiveCampaign. So that's one of the other cool things. All right, choose a trigger and action. In Gumroad, a new sale, and then ActiveCampaign, add or update a contact. Continue. Adam's Gumroad account. That sounds good to me. Adam's ActiveCampaign account, already created. Only trigger on sales for the product you select. Blank to trigger on all. So I want to trigger this on... Let's see. Load more choices. Do I have something in there? Okay, so it should actually show up the newsletter that we created earlier in here. But in the meantime, I'm just going to grab this one, just for argument's sake. When you do set this up, your newsletter will show on there. I'm not sure why it's not showing right now, but what you do is, so you select your product, so your newsletter, and it could just be because I didn't save it or it's not live yet. And then, so the list, the people that you want, what list do you want them added to? So it's going to pull up all the lists. So we want to search for buyers because it's a Survival Secret monthly buyers list. And email address, insert field. We're going to match the email address. Okay, go create a brand new sale in Gumroad and then come back to Zapier. Don't close this pop-up. So it's going to walk you through this setup, and it's going to ask you to go and create a sale, and it'll validate all the information as you go through. You fill in the rest of the information. You don't need this stuff here. So basically you would want first name, last name, and email address, so the top three, and then you click continue. And then what it's going to do is it's going to go through the whole checking process, and it's going to tie everything together so that whenever anyone purchases anything from Gumroad, they automatically get added to ActiveCampaign. And you can do the same thing with lead pages so that when anyone purchases, or when anyone opts in from your lead pages account, your lead pages pages, they automatically get added into ActiveCampaign. So you can do that as well. Some incredible automation features with this. It really is the best autoresponder available. And between this, Gumroad, and lead pages, you're looking at paying $46 a month for every possible tool that you could need for this business, no matter how large your business grows. So it's an incredibly powerful set of tools. So let's go back and see our installation. So it looks like WordPress is already set up and running. We're good to go. So let me just grab the password here. Copy that to the clipboard. We'll go to the application, access my applications, access WordPress, and there we go. Hello world. So let's see if we can log in. User, and you paste the password in there. This is our WordPress installation. So we set up a brand new server and installed WordPress while I was doing the demo for ActiveCampaign. You can set up your own themes, you can set up your own plugins, any of that stuff. anything that you could do with a regular WordPress site, you can do on this WordPress site, and it is completely free. So how cool is that? I know it took a little bit of time to set up, but there you go. A perfect demo of how Bitnami works. And it's a cinch to set up. Go sign up for your Amazon AWS account, Amazon Web Server. Sign up for the free Bitnami account, and you can do exactly what I just did with about 3 clicks. 3 clicks more than what I did, actually. You need to fill in a little bit of information. But works, very, very easy to use, and it's a great way to get a free WordPress site up and running. So let me hop on back to this simple setup thing. First, I'll pop up in the questions here, and let me see here. We have what's up next? Okay, yeah. So then the recap. All right. So, any questions on what you guys have seen so far? On either the WordPress setup or Gumroad or any of the other things. Marketer Chat once it gets up and running. Let's see. Sergio is saying, I don't have the option for passive print members. Yeah, so if you guys don't see the option for passive print members, tag me, send me a private message. My name is Adam Nolan, @AdamNolan, and I need to add it to your account. I sent out private invitations about a week or so ago, but not everybody got them, I guess. So that's why you're not seeing it. You have to be privately invited into that. Let's see. Fred's saying, Adam, you said Zapier comes with ActiveCampaign. I'm subscribed in the $9 service. Can you tell how to get Zapier? I'm going to have to double check into that. I'm not sure how to do it on the call. I'm actually on one of the higher level programs with them, but I'll look into it and I'll let you know. Worst case scenario, though, you could send your newsletters out with Gumroad and keep your leads in any kind of autoresponder you like. And then still take advantage of the automations of ActiveCampaign. Douglas is saying, is ActiveCampaign the replacement of lead pages? If not, what is it? No, ActiveCampaign is not a lead pages replacement. ActiveCampaign sends your newsletters out. ActiveCampaign is what stores all your contacts. Lead pages is what builds your pages. So that's the big difference there. Lead pages and ActiveCampaign tie in together, but they're completely different. Robert's saying, fantastic revelations, gotta go. We'll catch a remainder on the replay. Okay, very cool. I'm still waiting for you to answer my first question. I missed it. Will this web be in the members area? Yeah, absolutely. After 1 year, how much is AWS hosting for multi-sites? I believe it's somewhere between $9 and $15 a month. So very, very inexpensive. I'm glad you guys liked all this stuff. This is all very cool. Amazing info on the webinar. Glad you liked it. What are users at ActiveCampaign? I'm a user at ActiveCampaign. I love them. I've been using them for the past 5 months or so, and it's been the best experience of, I don't want to say best experience of my life. That's a bit much. But it's been a really good experience. Are there any good tutorials for ActiveCampaign? They have some half-decent ones on their site. Anything else, feel free to post inside the Facebook group, or not, in the Inside Marketer Chat, not the Facebook group. I gotta get everyone into Marketer Chat. So feel free to post inside Marketer Chat, and I'll walk you through whatever you need to be walked through. Heather's saying, is the forum software available if we want to set it up on our own? Yes, it is, although I highly recommend you do not set up this specific type of forum software because it is very complicated. There have been a number of times over the past week where I've broken it, and I know this stuff pretty well. I'm a very dangerous user at this point. I know just enough to get myself into trouble, but not enough to get myself out of it. So if we have any Ruby on Rails developers on here, I'd appreciate a shout out. Let me know if you're around. It's called Discourse is the name of the platform. Okay, so let me see here. ActiveCampaign replace GetResponse. Carrie, yes, it does. Although I know you guys just got GetResponse all set up. So, I hate to tell you to migrate because like you guys just got it all up and running. It's really good though. Most productive webinar I've been on. Thanks. Oh, glad you liked it. Okay. Can you drip feed content with ActiveCampaign? Yes, absolutely. ActiveCampaign can do everything you could possibly imagine. It integrates with every platform out there. It integrates with GoToWebinar. Like on the call tonight, if I wanted to, I could have put a button in the email that said, click here to register for the webinar, and it would have registered you guys for the webinar. So you didn't have to enter your name in your email. Now, I did that test a little while ago, and I found out when people enter their name and their email address, they actually show up a lot more. So that's why I don't do the automatic one-click thing, but you can do that. There's so much amazing stuff that you can do. Carrie says, will ActiveCampaign replace Improvely? You said it does analytics. It does analytics in the sense that it will be able to tell you when your emails are being opened, who is opening them. It doesn't track individual sales. So no, it won't replace Improvely. However, you can put that Facebook tracking pixel, if you're doing Facebook advertising, or the Improvely tracking pixel, pretty sure the Improvely tracking pixel in Gumroad. Alrighty, so Rick is saying, I think Gumroad is also working to give a fixed term payment option. That'd be cool. I've been in talks with Gumroad too for the past little while, so they're very, very supportive of the passive print business model. It feeds perfectly into their audience, and in fact, we're talking about doing a webinar together where I help their subscribers build this stuff up. So like we've got, you know how there's all those Teespring people out there, people selling t-shirts, they partnered up with Teespring. That's what I'm trying to do for you guys. Get us VIP treatment, maybe better rates, cool features, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to bat for us. So if you have newsletters you want to share, give me something to go to them with. You know, even if it's just a squeeze page or your first newsletter, it doesn't matter. Just give me something to share with them, because it looks kind of bad when I got 4,000 people running newsletters and you guys are all keeping them secret. So give me the okay to share them, and I'll go ahead and get you some publicity. Okay? All right, so I'm going to hop on back into the presentation. I got a little bit more stuff because I actually promised you guys a very special announcement on the call tonight. How many people do we have on the call right now? Wow. It's been a pretty good stick rate. You guys have stuck around for the whole call. That's cool. Okay. So we'll go through this quickly. But I do have a very special announcement for you guys tonight. It's something that I have never, ever, ever done before. Never, ever, ever. Not marketing speak. Like, genuinely haven't done this because I don't like discounting my services. But before we get to that, so just do a quick little recap of all our cool new toys. So we've got Gumroad.com, our brand new payment processor. It allows you to accept credit card payments from all over the world. Pays you to your PayPal directly. And I could have sworn that this was made for us. That's how perfect it is. So you can test a newsletter now before you have to create anything to validate your idea and make sure it's a working newsletter concept. So after you create your buy button and all that, you create your sales material, you go post it in Facebook groups, post it in forums, post it around the web, share it with your ideal customers to use it as a barometer, figure out what the interest level is. Now there's a simple checklist to figure out if your idea is going to be a winner or not. If you can say yes to every single one of those things that was on that list, you know your idea is more than likely going to succeed. We've got our brand new MarketerChat.com community. Pending server updates. I promise we will get it up and running ASAP, and thanks so much for being patient with this, guys. This is why we do beta launches. I have only told the Passive Print members about this community so far. If I had have told all 17,000 people that are the rest of my audience, the rest of my customers, we would have crashed the entire server for days. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for being my guinea pigs. I really appreciate it. And you guys are going to get preferential treatment in the forum and badges and all sorts of great stuff. Anyway, okay. And the final thing, free WordPress hosting with Bitnami. Set it up in like 5 clicks, I don't know, under 10 clicks, and you've got a really fast, simple, easy to use WordPress site that you can throw themes up on, you can store your newsletters on there. It's a free way to do this business. And then you can connect this whole thing together in less than 5 minutes with ActiveCampaign. So ActiveCampaign connects Gumroad, it connects lead pages, it connects pretty much everything under the sun with their system. So nothing but positive things to say about that. So all of these updates, let me just minimize the questions over here. All of these updates, all the notes, all that stuff are going to be in the site in June 2015. However, I got to do something special for my masterclass people. If you're in the masterclass, you're going to be able to get the updates this month. I'm going to put together training. I'm going to put together step-by-step instructions. Even though they're most likely not needed, I want to make sure all the bases are covered. I'm going to show you guys how to do this month. Get all the updates for the masterclass people. So the goal of this masterclass is to get your business built so that you can start making sales now instead of someday, instead of some vague, distant date in the future. It's to help pull you out of this vicious, shiny object trap to keep you focused until you achieve your goal. That shiny object syndrome kills so many people. It's to help act as a mentor and a coach through the entire process, no matter how long it takes. There are a lot of mentoring programs out there, a lot of masterclasses that at the end of the 4 weeks or at the end of the 8 weeks, you get kicked out of the site, you lose access to the information, and the mentor or the coach won't help you anymore. You can ask the people on this call right now that are in the masterclass that have signed up over a year ago, that I still bounce ideas around with them. We still talk about copy. We still work on these projects. This isn't a limited time thing. This is you and I work together until the job is done. So here's what we cover briefly. Here's what we cover. It covers a lot more than this in the 6 weeks. So week 1, it's getting total clarity. We lay the foundation for your new business. It is the most important part of this whole program. We figure out the problems that your newsletters solve. We figure out who your ideal customers are. We create your customer avatar. And in a nutshell, we set up the business for success. We figure out why your customers are going to buy, what's going to motivate them to buy, the consequences of them not taking action. And we put this together in a package so that going forward, you know exactly who you're selling to, exactly what you're selling, and exactly what the benefits are of what your product is. Week 2, we create something to sell. You're going to create your opt-in page and your sales video based off our proven templates. We're going to connect it all together with the Quick Connect Active Campaign Gumroad setup, and we're going to start sharing your newsletter everywhere you can. Week 2, we get the word out to the world. The goal of week 2 is to get your first sale. And don't worry about creating the product because no one has bought yet. Only worry about creating the product once somebody has actually forked over cash and shown you that they're interested. Goal is to make that first sale in week 2, and you do that by just taking this information, taking your new product, it could be $1 trial, and sharing it everywhere that you know that your audience hangs out. And we'll figure those places out in week 1. Week 3, we create the actual newsletter. So we talk about where to find content so you don't have to write anything, how to assemble it without any technical skills, how to make sure your subscribers always love what you have to share. We include a list of editors that can review the work. So everything from A to Z on how to build your newsletter with as little work possible, finding the information online and referencing it. So if you don't want to create content, you don't have to. So week 4, we talk about how to track your efforts. So how to use these tools, tracking tools effectively, correctly, so you understand which of your marketing efforts are working. Maybe you're doing paid advertising on Facebook and maybe you're doing paid advertising on Google or Bing. We're going to show you how to make sure that your Bing advertising or your Facebook advertising is working, how to identify which ones are working so you know where to focus your efforts. You learn what numbers to watch so you can predict the changes in your business and you can correct course. You're going to discover the secret to consistently improving your numbers, and it's everything you need to track, test, and grow your newsletter. Week 5 is how to buy advertising. How to set up your first profitable Facebook ad campaigns, how to make sure you don't blow through your ad budget, how to create ads that not only get clicked but actually make sales, everything you need to create a sustainable stream of traffic to your pages while you test them, while you improve them, while you make them profitable. And then week 6 is our bonus week, and it's designed to give you some breathing room while you complete the program. So if you've fallen a little bit behind, this is the extra week to make sure that you're all caught up and you know exactly what to do. This gives us time to review your advertising, to make changes if necessary, and to make sure that everything is 100% perfect with your business. Now, of course, there's a ton of one-on-one coaching with this. There's emails every single day. If you need to touch base with me every day, that's cool with that. That's fine. I had people that send me emails 3, 4, 5 times a week just to check in and say, hey, am I on the right path? I will respond to every email that you send me. It might not be right away, but I will get back to every single email and I will answer your questions, coach you through, help you with your ideas, review copy, whatever it is that you need me to do to help you move forward, I will do that with you. On top of that, We also get together every week and hang out. We've got a group Q&A call every week where you bring your questions, we brainstorm them, we help each other out, we help other members out, and it builds a community together to work through this and to build our newsletters together. You also get 2 30-minute roadblock buster calls, and these are the calls where if the tech setup is just driving you mad, you can't figure it out, or maybe your copy you can't get it right, or maybe the Facebook advertising is giving you a real hard time. These 30-minute calls help you break through these roadblocks so that you can move on to the next section of your business, whether that be just getting the sales copy done or doing the tech setup or even buying advertising and getting your first sale. It doesn't matter what it is. We use these calls to break through any roadblocks or obstacles that you encounter. And I have a no man left behind philosophy. I will match every single ounce of effort that you put in. I'm an accountability partner, and the whole point behind this is that we get you from where you are right now to having your own business up and running and making sales no matter how long it takes. And then after that, after it's up and running, we've got next steps training that shows you how to find other products to put in your sales funnel, how to structure your email promotions for maximum effect, what types of content to include in your funnels, how to know if a promotion, how to track promotions through your funnel so you know if ad A is generating more or ad B is generating more. This is fairly advanced tracking stuff. And here's the thing, and this is something I really want to stress. We don't stop at 6 weeks. The only reason the course is 6 weeks long is because I don't have anything more to teach you after 6 weeks. That doesn't mean we stop talking. We could still chat every day if you'd like, but I just don't have any more content to teach you. After that, it's all action. After that, it's you going out and getting traffic, you testing your ads, you bouncing ideas off me, and us going forward and working together until you hit your sales goal. Now, this is not like most coaching programs. You're not just buying a bunch of content that's going to sit on a shelf. You and I will be working one-on-one together ongoing until you're making sales. This is your emergency rescue from the 9-to-5 grind. Most coaching programs of this caliber with this amount of one-on-one help start in the $5,000 to $10,000 price range. There is a ton of one-on-one help with this. If you need a hand with something, I'm there to help you. So here's everything that you're getting in the Passive Print Masterclass. Of course, the Passive Print system and updates for life. You're also getting access to the 6 weeks of coaching, and every single week we have audio training, we have homework to do, we have workbooks to follow along with. This is an intensive workshop. This is not an information session. At the end of this 6 weeks, your business is going to be up and running and making sales. You're also getting 2 30-minute one-on-one roadblock busting sessions. This is for any issues that you run into that you can't get past on your own. Maybe you're having problems with the technical setup. Maybe you're having issues with advertising. Maybe you're just running into roadblocks with copywriting or your opt-in page. It doesn't matter what it is. We have these sessions in place so that you can clear through your roadblocks and move forward and get your business up and running and profitable ASAP. There's also daily help. We have accountability check-ins via email as well. So if you need a hand with anything outside of our one-on-one time together or our group calls together, send me an email. I will answer it right away and help you with whatever it is that you need a hand with. There's also 6 weekly group coaching calls where we get together, you and I help you one-on-one in a group session with other members of the Passive Print Masterclass, and we bounce ideas around. It's a collective community, a group that goes through this program together. That's one of the really fun things about doing this masterclass in sessions, is that you go through this with a group of people. So you're going to be working together in a small class over the next 6 weeks. You also get bonus newsletter templates if you did want to go and create your own newsletters as opposed to going and getting someone at Fiverr to do them for you. You get the What's Next training programs that are going to show you how to build your sales funnels, how to pull absolutely every possible dollar out of your advertising so that you're not wasting anything, how to find other products to recommend, how to find content to put inside your sales funnels so that people want to stay subscribed and continue to get your promotions. And in addition to that, you also get the Marketing Hacks newsletter for life. This is my passive print business. This is my newsletter, and it's all the best tips, tricks, hacks that I've found that give you extreme leverage in your online marketing. So these are tips that typically will double or triple your profit if you implement them, and they take less than 15 minutes to implement. All said, this is over a $3,000 value. and you can sign up for only $19.97. But here's the deal. You can't actually sign up on the call today. You have to apply for this, and it's because I'm very picky about who I'll work with. And I'll explain that a little bit in a second, but here's how you apply, because I know that there are people that are chomping at the bit to join this right now. We only have 10 spots available, so head on over to passiveprint.com/apply. Leave your $197 fully refundable deposit. The only reason that I have that deposit there is to make sure that you show up on the call. That's pretty much it. It's a security deposit. If you show up to the call, whether you decide this is for you or not, you get your $197 back and you get it refunded right away. So it's just basically a safety deposit. You book your quick 10-minute Q&A call, and I've just got 4 simple questions, mostly asking you about your experience level, what kind of newsletter you want to write about, how much time you have, that kind of stuff, because well, I've got these pesky things called ethics and morals, and if I genuinely can't help you, if I don't believe you have a really, really good chance of success with this program, I'm not going to take your money. I'm not going to let you into the program because that wouldn't be right of me to do. My goal in this is to hold your hand and walk you through this process and make sure that you come out at the end with a functioning newsletter, a functioning business that you can sell. So it's really, really important that we go through this application process. It is first applied, first accepted. Don't wait around. There are only 10 spots available. And judging by some of the comments that have been coming in so far, I have a gut feeling that by the end of this call, at least half of those are going to be gone. So head on over to passiveprint.com/apply and leave your deposit and then book your quick 10-minute call. Okay, so now why the call? Well, like I was saying, I can't help everyone. There are certain people that just are not suited for this business. If you need to make $1 million overnight, or you need to make, $10,000 by the end of this month, otherwise, something bad is going to happen, this isn't the business for you. This is a reliable, steady, consistent business that is going to grow over time. This is a real business that you can actually sell down the road for multiples of what you'd make every month, usually about 24 times what you'd make every month. But you have to have the right type of mentality. You have to have the right type of topic. And we can talk about this on the call. But just to let you know ahead of time that just because you put your $197 deposit down, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have a guaranteed spot. It gives us an opportunity to chat and to make sure that I can genuinely help you. It also gives you the opportunity to ask me any questions you might have, to clear the air, to make sure that this is the right program for you, because we're going to be working together on this for quite a while. I've got people that I still chat with that signed up a year ago, and we're still working on their newsletter together. We're still getting sales in and optimizing and tweaking. So we need to make sure that we've got a good working relationship. And like I said, I just have 4 simple questions to ask you. And if you're a really great fit and you've got a really high chance of success, then I'll gladly invite you into the program. And if it's a good fit, then you just pay the remainder and you join the masterclass. Now, if it's not a good fit, I'll immediately refund your $197, and we'll have had a friendly 15-20-minute conversation, and then we stay friends, and nothing bad happens. As you could probably tell by the webinar, by the tone of my voice and all that, I'm not really a high-pressure sales guy. That's not my cup of tea. I only want to work with you if you want to work with me. So this call is not a high-pressure sales call. It's just to figure out if, I can actually help you. So don't wait. Go ahead. Apply now. It is first applied, first accepted, and like I said, this is only available to 10 people. These courses are a lot more fun when I've got around 10 people in there. I've done them with 20, I've done them with 5. 10 seems to be the good number because you've got lots of interaction, lots of people to bounce ideas around with. And like I was saying, judging by the interaction on the webinar, you can expect at least half of those to be gone by the end of this call. So make sure that if this is something you're interested in, if you want to make 2015 the year that you can finally quit your job, that you have, the year that you finally get a little bit of income security, that you get the wolf away from the door, so to speak, right? Then go to passiveprint.com/apply, sign up, leave your deposit. I'm really looking forward to chatting with you, and then we'll see if it's a good fit. And if it is, I gladly invite you into the program, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. The other thing is you don't need to know what your newsletter idea is yet, as long as you don't mind working with me a little bit on the call to help figure it out. So it's going to help me if you come into the call with some brainstormed ideas, but it's not necessary. As long as you have an open mind and you're willing to put in the work, then I'm willing to work with you. Now, of course, if you've got a passion or a hobby, that's going to be the preference. So write that idea down and come in with that first. But you don't have to have a concrete idea, so don't worry about that. And also, I want to make this as easy as possible for you guys because I know how life-changing this is. I know what it's like to not have to worry about rent or cell phone bills or any of that stuff anymore, and have all that paid on autopilot. And I want to share that with you. I want to help you get to that point as well. So if you need payment terms, that's okay. I'm completely fine with that. If you need to split up your payment over 60 days, that's cool. Like 2 months, that's not a problem. You can do it on a credit card. We can split it up however you like. You can do half now and half in 30 days. You can do a third now, a third in 30 days, and a third in 30 days after that. It doesn't matter to me. As long as it's within 60 days, I'm as flexible as possible. So the total value here, like I said, is over $3,000, $3,378. And it's for $197 today to apply. And then once you get accepted into the program, we can figure out the payment options after that. It's $1,800 on acceptance, but we can figure that out afterwards. So if you are interested in this, head on over to PassivePrint.com/apply right now, because I'm almost guarantee you that half of the spots are going to be filled up by the end of the call, and then when I send out this replay, the other half are going to be filled up within a couple of days. That's usually how it happens. All right, well, that's pretty much it. So that's what I have to share with you today. I hope you guys like that presentation. There are a lot of amazing updates with Passive Print. We've got the Gumroad integration, or the Gumroad payment system. You've got ActiveCampaign. You've got Bitnami for your WordPress installations. A whole lot of big stuff going on right now. So head on over to PassivePrint.com/apply, leave your deposit, and I'm looking forward to working with you. All right, guys, that's all I got. Have a great day. Ciao.